Learning about how to develop web pages, but before we start developing them with HTML and programming, we're going to do some quick basics and stuff we've learned previously, but as a review. First of all, the World Wide Web is basically networks. That's basically what the internet is a network. Now there's two different types of networks. There's a WAN. What is a WAN? World Area Network, or a LAN, Local Area Network. So if you have a bunch of computers and you hook like Ethernet cables together with them, then that becomes a local network, like a small network. It's not necessarily connected to the internet, it's just locally. These computers, they're networked with our airports because we have wireless, and then the wireless acts as a unit to link the computers, so we can also have a wireless LAN as well. So those are the different types of connections. So the internet consists of millions of computers today, and we'll talk about more about that. Have you seen domain extensions? Like you see .com and .edu. Okay, so the structure of the internet. So you have all these networks of computers connected together, and then satellites will help beam the signals across greater distances. You also have phone lines carrying signals, so all of those help in the past. So remember in the 60s, the U.S. Department of Defense helped fund the program to help born the internet. Then in '89, Timothy Berners-Lee he was a researcher, and he helped develop more of the World Wide Web to what we have today. The key of what he did was he developed the Hypertext System, and we're going to learn more about the Hypertext in a minute, or right now actually. The Hypertext is a better way of locating information. Let's look at this example. When you read a book, okay, how many guys read books? Okay, good. You should read books. Like when I was in high school, I really wish I would have went back and actually read the books instead of doing alternative methods of reading, because I really missed out. So reading a book, you go page by page by page, right? It's like linear. But for websites, we use hypertexting, and what that means is you can go cross pages. There's not really an order. You can go cross platform. Documents on the web are known as web pages. Okay, and what are a group of web pages on the internet? What is that called? Website. Yeah, website. So that's the difference between web page and website. Okay, how do you view a web page? Through a server. Servers is what they're stored on, but you view it through a browser. Yeah, browser. Okay. So just like in a book, you have a binding of a book, and so that binding holds those pages together, and you can view it. A browser is what holds the pages together. Okay, so as you see right now, I'm in a browser. You see this Firefox browser that I'm in? This is what helps view the pages. Now, there's a lot of different browsers. For example, there's Chrome. So here's Chrome. This is from Google. There's Safari. IFC Opera, that's another browser, Safari. So these are all different ways to view the site. Now the reason why I use different browsers is because, let's say I have two Gmails and I don't like logging out and logging in. So I'll log in under one, and then another browser I'll log in as another account. So then I can just switch back between browsers instead of logging out. So Joe, you okay? Yeah. You sure? Yeah. Alright, so these are different browsers. Now, which of these browsers do you think is the most used? Internet Explorer. Yeah, Internet Explorer. Firefox. Yeah, Firefox is better. Why do you think Internet Explorer? Yeah, a lot of people will say Firefox is better because it has extensions and it's faster, it's farther used. But why is Internet Explorer, do you think, the most used? First name. Wait, what did Happy Holly say? Bill Gates. Oh. It's still one what? Yeah, Raymond's got it. What? When you first buy a computer, is it already on your computer? If it's a PC? Yeah, so it's Microsoft, which has the computer, has their own browser, and it's already loaded. So that's why it's the most used, is because people are like, hey, I got this browser, I'm just going to use it. Firefox, you have to download separately. And a lot of people, like, they don't take the time or knowledge to do that. Safari comes pre-built on a Mac, so Safari is kind of really popular in Macs. Chrome is gaining popularity for their speed, and I've heard rumors that Google is going to create computers, or they're going to team up with like a provider, maybe like HP or another company, and then they're going to have all their software built into the computer when you buy it.
They should do it with Apple.
So yeah, so you would have Chrome on there, then you would have like all those other apps and functions that Google would have. So just like for the cell phone market, you know, Google provides a phone, right? What's it called? The Google phone. Android. And so who did Google team up with?
Windows. Verizon.
Yeah, it was Verizon. Oh no. I wanted to. Okay, more about browsers. These are probably the most common browsers used. What's the one on the right?
Firefox.
Yeah, Firefox. And the bottom right? Safari. For what about bottom left? Chrome, Internet Explorer, and Opera. Okay, so Opera, Firefox, Safari, Chrome, and Internet Explorer. So each one has had its. Let me show you some stats that I put together. Now this is browser popularity. Okay, the blue is like from about January to March 2010. So notice Firefox is actually leading Internet Explorer. But if you look at 2004, look at this. Like Safari, Chrome, and Firefox weren't even in existence in 2004. But look at Internet Explorer. So about 85% of users use Internet Explorer. So they almost had a monopoly on the browsers. And then does anyone know what other website or browser that people used back in 2004? They used like Netscape.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Netscape? That was one of them.
Was that the little boat picture, boat icon?
No, it's just like an N symbol. But notice in 2009, the other ones started to pop up, and then yeah, now Firefox has really taken off over the past. Now people say there's different strengths and weaknesses for each. First of all, what's the strength for? Well, the strength for Safari is it works really well on Mac because it's kind of like built for Mac, and so it has a lot of those options and it's clean. Chrome, a lot of people have done speed tests on browsers, like how fast pages bring up, and they say Chrome is by far the fastest browser. Internet Explorer is well, Firefox is kind of king of the add-ons. They have the most features and add-ons, which is why people like to use them. But when people have all these add-ons, then it kind of makes it a little bit slower or more mechanical, so it can get clunky. Whereas Internet Explorer, not really sure of an advantage other than it's loaded on your computer when you buy a PC, so that could be a good thing. When I say add-on, what do I mean by add-on? Right now, I'm using Firefox, right?
The tree thing.
Yeah, you notice my browsers are all on the side, or my tabs. So that's a add-on that you can get. Notice the things on the top I have. If I hit Command B, I can get to my delicious links that I have over here. Delicious is for bookmarking. Yeah, so I can go into tools, and there's a lot of different. Zotero, that's an add-on for like research and saving things. So yeah, it's a lot of different add-ons to make it more personable and convenient for me.